The Legend of Shakuntala ranks among the most beautiful and moving narratives of ancient Indian literature. It lives on in the Mahabharata and in the celebrated play The Recognition of Shakuntala, penned by the poet Kālidāsa, revered as one of classical India's greatest dramatists. Legend tells that, in the serene forest of old India, where birdsong mingled with the whispering breeze among the trees, a child was born destined for a tale of love, forgetfulness, and redemption. Her name was Shakuntala. She was the daughter of Viśvāmitra, a sage devoted to mastering spiritual austerities, and Menakā, an apsara of incomparable beauty. Fearing that Viśvāmitra's penances threatened her dominion, the gods dispatched Menakā to seduce the sage. Love blossomed between them, but it was never meant to endure. After Shakuntala's birth, Menakā was summoned back to the heavens, leaving the infant on the banks of the Malini River, swathed in lotus petals. There, the sage Kanva passed by the river and discovered the child. Seeing her surrounded by Sakunta birds, he named her Shakuntala, meaning protected by Sakunta. He took her to his hermitage and raised her with loving wisdom. Years passed, and Shakuntala flourished in grace, beauty, and virtue, a blossom at the forest's heart. One day, when Kanva was away, King Dushyanta ventured into the forest on a royal hunt. His path led him to Kanva's hermitage, where he encountered Shakuntala tending the plants. Their eyes met, and in that instant, the gods wove the threads of fate. Enchanted by her serene beauty and pure spirit, Dushyanta asked for her hand in marriage. Shakuntala, though shy, recognized the same flame in her heart and consented. They married, their unison sealed by love and solemn promise. Before returning to his realm, Dushyanta presented her with an engraved ring, a pledge that he would one day come back to escort her to his palace. Days slipped into weeks. Shakuntala, her mind adrift on thoughts of love and already feeling the stirrings of the king's child within her, inadvertently failed to greet the sage Durvasa, renowned for his terrible temper. Feeling insulted, he unleashed a dreadful curse. "He for whom you long shall forget you." Shakuntala's companions implored the sage for mercy. Moved by their entreaties, Durvasa relented and modified his curse. "He will remember you once he beholds the ring you bestowed upon him." When Kanva returned and discovered their union, he blessed Shakuntala and dispatched her to Dusyanta's court. Yet while fording a river and washing her hands, the ring slipped from her finger and sank into the depths. On reaching the palace, Shakuntala found Dushyanta aloof and unwelcoming. The curse had taken effect. In the absence of the ring, he failed to recognize her. Heartbroken and cast aside, she had no option but to return to the forest, where she bore the king's son, a robust, fearless boy named Bharata. Months later, fishermen, hauling in a gargantuan catch from the Malini River, discovered, concealed within the fish, the royal ring engraved with Dusyanta's initials. The ring was delivered at once to the king. Upon laying his eyes on it, he was freed from the curse, and memories of Shakuntala and their love flooded back to him. Bereft of hope, Dushyanta embarked on a quest to find his wife and son. He wandered through the woodlands and hermitages until, in a luminous clearing where divine guardians watched over mother and child, he at last found Shakuntala. There, he saw Bharata playing fearlessly among lions, a display of royal blood and courage. Dushyanta knelt in repentance. Shakuntala, tears glistening in her eyes, acknowledged the love that had never faded from her heart. With the blessing of sages and gods, they were reunited as a family. Bharata was nurtured under Kanva's guidance and shielded by his father's protection. He grew into a noble and brave ruler, whose very name would come to define the name itself, Bharata Varsha, the title by which India is known in ancient texts. The tale of Shakuntala and Dushyanta resounded across generations, a story not merely of passion, but of a love that endures misfortune, a memory that conquers curses, and the force of destiny that reunites sincere souls.